Hello, mystical and beautiful soul. Welcome back to our journey of awakening your inner goddess. This is lesson 1.2, which will empower you to activate and heal your divine feminine energy, unlocking your spiritual gifts and embodying your sacred power at the conclusion of this course. Today, we are talking first about how feminine energy has been suppressed throughout history. Feminine energy is the nurturing, creative, and intuitive force within all of us, regardless of our gender. It is connected to love, healing, and flow. But throughout history, this energy has been diminished and misunderstood, and even feared by others. In this lesson, we're exploring how feminine energy has been suppressed across cultures and what that means for humanity today. Feminine energy is often described as the opposite of masculine energy, but they are meant to work together and to be in balance. While masculine energy focuses on action, logic, and structure, feminine energy embodies intuition, creativity, nurturing, emotional expression, connection to nature. This energy is not just for women, it exists in everyone in the world around us. The rise and suppression of feminine energy has been around since ancient times. In ancient times, balance and reverence was going through early human history. Feminine energy was celebrated and honored. Many had goddess worshipings. Many ancient civilizations, such as those in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and India, worshipped goddesses like Isis, Inanna, and Durga, symbolizing creation, protection, and wisdom. Many women are at this day and age going back to connecting to these goddesses and their energy. Balance with the masculine energy is important. These cultures often recognized the importance of balancing the feminine and the masculine energies to create harmony in their life. Over time, societies became more focused, though, on masculine qualities like control, hierarchy, and conquest. And this shift was driven to shift to patriarchy. Agricultural and ownership was an issue. As humans moved from hunter-gatherer societies to agriculture, the focus on land ownership and power began to favor masculine structures, and they began to move towards more masculine tendencies. Religions began to prioritize male deities and leaders, and they diminished the role of the feminine energy in goddess worship. This was the rise of the patriarchal religions. There was a fear then of feminine power. The intuitive, emotional, and creative nature of feminine energy was seen as unpredictable and threatening to the structured systems of power. The feminine energy was seen as something that needed to be taken care of and suppressed. By suppressing this across history, they began with the burning of witches. During the Middle Ages and beyond, women who practiced healing, herbalism, or spirituality were labeled as witches, and they were persecuted. These women were often healers, midwives, or intuitive guides who embodied feminine energy. They had a connection to the goddess energy. Many women now, in this time, are dealing with the wounds of the witches and have major, deep trauma embedded in them. because of this time. We will deal with healing this wound later on in the course. There was a great fall of matriarchal societies. Many early societies, like those in Crete and parts of Africa, were matriarchal or balanced in leadership. These were overtaken by patriarchal systems that dismissed or erased all of women's roles. Women were often confined to domestic roles after this, with limited access to education, decision-making, or leadership. This was a direct suppression of feminine energy's creative and intellectual power. There was an actual suppression of their spirituality as well. Intuition and connection to the divine feminine was labeled as dangerous. Mystical practices such as divination and energy healing and moon rituals became forbidden. There was a huge impact on society because of this suppression. Overemphasis on the masculine energy such as logic and competition created systems of war, inequality, and environmental destruction. There was a disconnection from nature. Feminine energy is deeply tied to the cycles of Earth and the Moon, and by suppressing this energy, it led to humanity becoming disconnected from nature, taking it for granted, abusing it, and not honoring it. There was a loss of intuition and emotional expression as well. People were taught to suppress emotions and intuition, favoring logic and reason instead, and this created a world where emotional well-being was ignored. Suppressed emotions turned into anger, resentment, and hate. Harm to women and the divine feminine energy was created. Women faced oppression, violence, and control, while the divine feminine was diminished in spirituality and culture. They tried to hide it, to suppress it, and make it go away. But you can only try and hide the truth. Eventually, it will rise again. And now is the time of rising the feminine energy. The world is shifting towards balance again. And that is why you are here listening to this now. Feminine energy is reawakening in you and others, and you are recognizing the need for healing, connection, and intuition. There are signs of this rise of feminine energy, such as women being empowered once again. Women are reclaiming leadership roles, creativity, and spiritual practices. They're beginning to focus on their own healing. Movements towards mental health, emotional expression, and energy healing are a reflection of the return of the feminine energy. There is an emphasis on emotional awareness again. Protecting the earth aligns with the nurturing aspect of feminine energy. Spiritual awakening is happening now. Many are reconnecting with ancient practices like moon rituals, goddess worship, and intuitive healing. None of these are evil. None of these are bad. Do not listen to society who tells you if you practice these things, it is sinful. It is not. They're only trying to suppress the rise of the feminine energy within you, trying to make you fearful and control you. Mind control. Do not listen to it. The only thing that matters is your heart and your intuition. And if you are doing these things for love and healing, then that is all that matters. How you can embrace your feminine energy is by honoring your intuition. Trust your inner voice and feelings, even when they go against logic. This is the masculine trying to take over the feminine energy. Listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition. Go out and connect with nature, because by spending time in nature, you will align with the earth's cycles and energies once again. Express your emotions. Allow yourself to feel and express your emotions without judgment. Connect to your creativity. Engage in activities like art, writing, dancing, to tap into your creative flow. Do not worry what it looks like. Just do it. Embrace with rest and flow. Feminine energies thrive in stillness and surrender. Give yourself permission to rest and go with the flow. Do not try to force. If you feel like you need to rest, that you are tired, then take the time to honor that. Honor your body and what it is trying to communicate with you. Feminine energy has been suppressed for thousands of years, but it is returning stronger now than ever. By understanding how it was diminished and embracing it within ourselves, we can create a more balanced, loving, and harmonious world. New earth energy is here now. Everything is changing. Remember, your feminine energy is not weak. It is the force of creation, intuition, and healing that the world needs now more than ever. In the next lesson, we will explore how to activate and balance your feminine energy to align with your true self. Blessed be all that receive this today. I support your healing journey. You are not alone. I am here with you. Blessed be.